Hello everyone, this is Joe Hess.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're talking about our top 10 party games.
It's a party! Let's the party started! Let the party...
Not that kind of party.
It's kind of like...
It could be, but...
It could be like in the corner, we are sitting and playing a party game where everyone's like, stop the music, we're trying to play Sheriff of Nottingham.
Don't be so loud.
So yeah, party games. Like if you've been following our channel, you know that we like playing heavy multiplayer solitaire Euro games or our brain explodes.
Yes, please.
That means that sometimes we also have to play party games. Because that doesn't make our brain explode. Maybe it explodes with laughter and joy of playing games with people that we don't usually play games with. Because when we want to play games with many people or with just people who don't play games, party games is a great way to do that.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that kind of games that I can actually bring home to my family that has only played like Ludo. That's huge.
It is. So today we're jumping straight into our top 10 party games of all time. This was a list I wanted to do, that we wanted to do, because it's kind of different from everything we usually cover. So let's do party games.
Yes.
You want to start?
Yes, I can start.
Number 10.
My number 10 is a game called Decrypto.
Decrypto.
Yes, and it's my number 10 because could you explain the concept? Because
no, I can't, because that's the big flaw of the game.
Yes.
It's a very good game.
But it's really complicated, and it's a monster to teach and to learn.
That's the problem with the game.
Yes.
Like it's super fun. You're trying to basically guess at a code that people are using. Like it's a 3 or 4 digit code. I think it's a 3-digit code, and they have words and trying to make the other team guess your own team guess the code, but not the other team intercepting it. So it's a really cool theme, not team but theme, and also team if there's good people playing. But this game is super fun.
Yes.
But it's so hard to teach. Like I think maybe I'm starting to get a way to teach it.
Yeah.
Because I usually do like teaching the rules and we start playing. That's always working the best for me. But this is one of those games that I think I should only explain half of the game and then play that, and people be like, I don't know why we did that, but then they get the other part because nothing makes sense.
Oh, and you're usually like really good at explaining games, but in this game, when you explained it to me the first time, I was just like, what is this game even about?
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense. What is this? And that's why it's not higher than my number 10, because it's not party to teach it. It's party to play it, but not party to teach it.
It's an amazing game that I really want to play more, but it's such horrible teach. That's sad.
But if you want to experience a really what do you call it, meaty party game with
it's a word deduction. It's a deduction kind of game on teams.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out because it's amazing. Yeah.
So my number 10 is a game which surrounds something I like to do, which is sleep. So this game is called When I Sleep.
I was just like, playing board games?
It's
a game
board
about
games.
games.
It's When I Sleep. When I dream. I wrote When I Sleep. No, When I Dream. I've written it correctly. When I Dream. But it's about something I like to do, which is sleeping.
Yes.
It's called When I Dream. That's my number 10. This is a super strange game. Kind of like you're describing words. One player is having on this night nap googles. Like this.
That's not a name.
What is it called?
It's a sleeping mask.
Sleep mask, that's it. A dreaming mask that they have on, and then there are there are words that they have to describe with using one word, and most of the time there's like a trader element, so one person is trying to make you not get the word, and some are trying to make you get the word, and some are like neutral and trying to make you get and do mistakes the same amount of times. Super fun game. And then like one thing that's kind of like flimsy in the rules is that it's super fun, but it's kind of flimsy, is that after you have guessed, you're gonna take off like when the timer runs out, and you're gonna try to remember everything that happened and make a dream story out of it. So I like that it's there, but you get points for it, which is kind of but it's a really, really fun game that I really enjoy.
Yeah, me too. I also think the guessing part is a little bit weird
You
because
mean the dream recollection?
yeah,
Yeah.
because you have to remember it, but it's so much going on. If you actually are the dreamer, you have to like keep track of who's which role and who you're going to trust, and also trying to find out what is
What the words you're
what
guessing.
the words are. So remembering them are it's really hard actually. It's my number 9.
It's your number 9.
Yes.
So straight to your number 9. So that's pretty quick.
Yeah,
So my number 10
and my number 9.
is
And
when I do something, which is dream.
dream. But one thing that I wish it would be, I wish it was in Norwegian because
Yes.
I love this game with the kids because it's a theme that drags them right into it. They can use their imagination and be creative. But some of the kids I've played it with are not that fluent in English and have just begun to read actually. So yeah.
But
I
we
wish
know
it was in Norwegian,
wouldn't
but
get sold, so
No, it
because people
wouldn't.
only buy games that look like they're stupid.
yeah, and you're probably not Norwegian watching this, so
So
you should go buy
doesn't
it.
matter for you if
No.
you are English spoken, but if you're not from England, then this is kind of like not from England. That's if you don't speak English. If you're not from England, you cannot play this. No, I mean like if that's not your first language.
But then I love that all the cards have the words on them, like drawn, but they have 2 words on each card, and they're kind of merged.
Meshed together, the
Yeah,
artwork is
and,
amazing.
yeah, it's really cool, and you're only like guessing one word on the card. And so if you don't know exactly what a word is, you can get some clue of what it's about. Yeah. And if you have to make up a lie, you also have some inspiration for a lie.
That's true. So that's your number 9?
Yeah, and you're number 10.
That's When I Dream.
When I Dream.
My number 9 is a game about something I like to do. It's a game about
Playing
some
board games?
kind of was my job for a long time. This is Meeple Circus. I didn't work in the circus, but I worked as a circus artist. So this is Meeple Circus. It's a stacking game. I like it. I can get angry if I do badly. If I get bad. If I do badly in the game. But it's a super fun, simple stacking game where you're drafting cards to get new acrobats, horses, elephants, and different equipment, barrels, balloons, stuff like that. And not balloons, barrels. They look like balloons. And then you have 2 rounds where you're going to stack that in time. And the 3rd round is kind of like the show where everybody gets a different challenge. And then everybody has to look at them. And you have to stack it up when everybody's looking. And you're getting points for different things. It's a super fun game. Kind of meaty, like the different things going on with the drafting and the changing out of the scoring. But it's a super fun game. That's my number 8.
Yeah.
No, 9.
Yeah,
9.
You're number 9. I agree. This is a really fun game. I love it, and I have completely forgotten that it exists. So
This is your number 11 now.
yeah, that's
Yes.
my number 11. I have totally forgotten about this.
Yes.
But I think it's great.
This is the reason why you should use like ranking sites like I do when you make your list, because you don't forget games.
Yes, I will try to remember that. But I'm horrible at this game because when I get nervous, I get so shaky. So I think that it's horrible watching me, and it's horrible being me. Especially the
It's
last
not horrible
round.
watching, it's fun to watch.
The last round when everybody's watching me, I can't do like one trick. I think
Haven't
I've
you?
actually not done so bad, but
No, you haven't.
it's horrible because I just,
But it's a fun game.
it's so fun.
So that's my number 9, Meeple Circus.
Yes.
Let's go to your number 8.
Yeah, my number 8 is a game called Secret Hitler. And it's a social deduction game where they're fascists and what do you call it? Socialists?
So yeah, you remember when you just said that you have forgotten the game existed?
Yeah.
This is my game.
Maybe you should do
use the
trade.
ranking list. I don't think, maybe it was like number 11 or something. I don't remember, but
Yeah. Now it's
I'm
your
pretty
number
sure
11.
I remembered it.
Yeah.
But it
But
just didn't make it.
It's a great game.
It is.
And I think it's one of the best and most like successful
Hidden role games?
yeah, that
Yes.
I've presented to people because they think it's really fun and it's interesting with the events that happen in the course of the game that could give you a clue of the role that people
yeah.
are, and yeah.
I really
this
like it.
game a
Yeah,
lot.
it's. I understand that some people don't like the theme because like the people who make this are the same who did the Cards Against Humanity,
Yeah.
and they just don't care. For me, I don't really mind the theme. It's a historical theme, but with just a fun twist. And Hitler is an alligator, and like it's just like it's a fun take on the theme. It doesn't really take away from the horrible stuff that happened. But it's also I don't mind the theme actually at all. I know people have made it into like a Harry Potter theme, and you can do that if you want to. But this is also like I like the Resistance. You don't like that, and you don't really like this kind of games because you get so stressed out.
Yes.
Like the hidden role games. But I
fun.
like this one so much more. I felt it's flowing better.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
I
Because
was
you have
really-
like more things going on with the deciding what
Yeah.
the plan to. I don't know what it's called, but I think you get more hints on what
Mm-hmm.
people's role are in this game than, for example, the Resistance.
Yes.
And I don't like this game, but I think this. I meant theme. I don't love this.
I don't like this game. It's just in my top 10 games, but
I meant theme. I'm sorry. I'm not rooting for the theme, but I think it's a theme that people have heard of Hitler, so it's easy to like get what
Yeah.
the game is about. And
Absolutely.
in a party setting, I think that a familiar aspect is kind of important.
so that's your number 8.
8.
Secret Hitler.
Yes.
My number 8 is a game about somebody I don't like to meet too often, which is the police.
This like
So it's Good Cop, Bad Cop.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just improvising this as long as I can go.
It was
So
fun.
it's Good Cop, Bad Cop, which is a game. It was one of those games we always bring with us to family
Yeah.
meetings and stuff. It's simple, but it's super fun. It's been
Yeah.
quite a while since we played it, but it's a super fun game. You're getting 3 cards, which are like Good Cop or Bad Cop cards. If you have 2 bad cops, you're bad. If you have 2 good cops, you're good. And you also can be like the kingpin or the I don't remember, like the
Main
detective
agent
or
or
agent or
something?
something like
Yeah.
that. And then you're just trying to deduce who is the master of the other team, and you're trying to take that person out. It's just super fun. You get equipment card, you get event cards. Just blast to play. It's super fun.
Yeah, I also love this game. This is so easy to introduce people to because it's so simple. And
And
when
the
you're
theme again, it's super.
yeah, and when you're done with the round, people go like, "Oh, that was fast. Should we go play another time?"
Go again.
And, yeah.
Yes.
And also with the expansions, we played the Bombers or
I don't think I've
something.
played it.
I've played it,
You have,
and
but I haven't.
we loved it. It made the
Need to play
game
that.
even more interesting, so that was really cool.
Because you have had that with you for the last 3 years.
Yes.
And I haven't played it.
Yes, because
Three
I
years.
had to read those rules. I
You
remember
did,
now.
yes. So that's my number 8. Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Yes.
So let's go to your number 7.
My number 7 is Architect.
Object.
Yes, I only played this once.
Yes,
but
because we don't own it.
We loved it, and we played it at a cafe
Yes.
with other people. We looked so stupid.
It was fun.
But it was so fun. You're trying to be architects, like building the best stone structures.
Yeah,
or
something
whatever.
like that. A house in
And-
the Stone Age.
And one is building, and the other teammate of yours
He's the architect.
yeah, and he knows what you're going to build, but he can only like speak to you by saying like gibberish words
Booga booga, boog boog, hop
and
hop.
like smacking you in the head when you're doing something right
Yes.
or wrong. And it gets so frustrating to try to understand what the architect
What
is
he's trying
telling
to
you
say,
to
yeah.
do. And also so frustrating when you're the architect and the builder is doing it all wrong. So
Because
really
it's
like this
basically
game.
a language that they made, so they
Yeah.
are like it's a programming game, and I'm trying to program you into giving you orders basically into what you're going to do. And whenever you go do wrong, I will bat you in the head with this inflatable club with big spikes.
Yes.
So it's super fun. It's
I
one of those
keep-
games I've heard about like it from the beginning. I started to play, and it was super fun just to try to play it 2 years ago. We played it.
Yes. So that's my number 7.
Yeah, number 7, I'll take it.
Yes.
My number 7 is Decrypto.
Yeah.
That was your number 10. I like it so much. Like the gameplay is so much fun. So the barrier of teaching it and learning it is enough to keep it so low on my list. It's just super fun. We already talked about it. My number 7 is Decrypto.
Yes.
So let's go to your number 6.
Yes. My number 6 is Sheriff of Nottingham.
Sheriff
The
of Nottingham.
Sheriff, maybe? Yeah.
Sheriff
You
Nottingham, yeah.
know what game I'm talking about. So it's a deduction game that
Bluffing? No, it's not really
game.
deduction.
Yes.
It's like, who's the sheriff? That would be a
Bluffing
horrible
game.
deduction game.
Yeah.
There's the standee of the sheriff. You'd be like, oh, who is the sheriff this round?
It's really hard. So you're taking turns on being the sheriff, and the sheriff is going to, deduce. You're trying to deduce.
Yeah, kind of. But
Yeah,
it's more like a
kinda.
bluffing.
Yeah, I agree.
Seeing
I
your
agree.
bluff.
So you're trying to see the other players if they're having the legal wares with them, if they're relying on not, or and the other guys, the merchants, are trying to get either fooling the sheriff either way, even if he opens your bag of wares and gets fooled that way, or he lets all your contraband into the city.
Ah!
And you're trying to get it your way and bluff your way through it and collect the wares that you need. to
Yeah, there are
score some
different.
points.
There's like it's basically a set collection
Yeah.
game where you will get points for different goods, and also you're gonna get points if you have the most or the next most of them, and then you have the contraband, which are worth a lot of points. What I really love about this game is that there's a lot of interaction.
Yes.
Because you have these bags which you put things in, and you will look the sheriff in the eyes and say, "These are 4 apples." And the sheriff's gonna take the bag and he's gonna smell it and say, "This doesn't smell like apples to me." And he's gonna try to open it, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you 2 coins, and you're not gonna open that bag. And then somebody else is gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna give you 5 if you open it, and I'm gonna be like, okay, cool, have fun with that. But I don't really want it inside of me. I'm gonna be like, oh, please don't open the bag. And that is just why I love this game,
Yeah, I
because
agree.
it's that interaction of the bidding, of doing all of that, which makes this a really, really good game.
Yeah, and I think that is the bluffing aspect and the discussion from back and forth, opening, not opening, that is what makes puts the party into the game.
Yes.
It's a really alive, it feels alive when you play it, and also we have the app, which gives you the timer and the music, and you can also have some weird
Commentary, but that's
Yeah.
horrible. Don't do that.
That's also really fun.
And I love that you can, there is points, there's a game here, but you can also sometimes just fun to be like, okay, I'm gonna give you seven coins. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give them to you because it's so fun if you just open that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
somebody's gonna lose a lot of points. So yeah, I really love this.
Yes.
So that's your number 6.
6. Yeah.
That's Sheriff of Nottingham. My number 6 is a game about something I don't like to do, which is getting shot. It's called Cash and Guns Second Edition.
Yes.
I like cash. I don't like getting shot with guns, so I usually take my cash without guns involved. So that is Cash and Guns. That is a super fun game. It's one of those games you can play with up to 8 players, and everybody get a foam gun. How is that going to be better? You're going to sit around the table, and everybody's going to point their gun at people, and people around are going to be like, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're playing a game about cash and guns. And you're trying to see if somebody is bluffing with shooting you, or that they're not, because you're putting down a bullet card, and then you're going to try to get the most money and just be the coolest heist person.
Yes. That sounds about right.
Yes.
I like this game too. It's not one of my favorite games. I feel like there's a lot of other games that I rather want to play, but it's super easy to get into the theme. It's quite people are really stoked when you get to
People love it.
threaten people.
People just in Norway we don't do guns, so I know
No.
for people in America it's probably normal to have a gun, but here it's not. So
This is totally
you feel like
exotic
you're in a
for
movie,
us.
oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
shoot you, and it's and we don't shoot each other because it's
And it's
foam
also
guns.
it's so cool to see I think he's got 3 paintings in a set over there, so probably he's in the lead now, so then I have to shoot him, and the discussion around the table who's actually in the most best position right now. That's fun as well.
Absolutely. So that is my number 6, wasn't it? My number 6, Cash and Guns Second Edition.
Yes.
So your number 5,
My number 5 is Pictomania.
Second Edition.
Second edition,
Because
yeah.
we haven't played it first.
Yes, second edition. This is a game about guessing other people's drawings and also trying to draw the best yourself, but the words get weirder and weirder.
Yes.
You have to you have 3 cards and you get one word on that card
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to draw, but all of the words on that card could be drawn really similar to each other.
Especially the harder cards.
Yes.
Like you play like a 3 or 4 rounds, and the cards get like harder and harder. So in the beginning, it can be like pear and apple, which is pretty dissimilar. But
Yes.
then you end up with things
Like a legend and myth and story and something like that. And how do you differentiate those things? I don't know yet, but it's
Yeah.
a fun game.
Yeah, this is an amazing game. Like, you have only played it with 3 players.
Yes.
And I think this game really shines when you get 5 and 6 players. It's just so much fun. This game is one of the games I have laughed the most while playing ever. Like, because the game just it gets so absurd. And also it's a really cool game because you're trying to draw, and you're trying to draw as fast as you can, but also good because you're trying to draw, and then as soon as you're done, you can flip it around, and then you can start guessing at the other player's drawings, and you want to be the first player to guess at the other player's drawings because then you will get more points. But of course, if you guess the wrong, you will lose points, and it's just such a fun experience. Like, there's just laughter from the beginning of the game to the end when you get upwards. Like, you start with the first round, which is kind of simple with like fruits, for example, and then you end with these stupid things that nobody in their right mind can draw. And it's just so much fun. And then when people are like, I have no idea what you're drawing, and they explain it, and everybody just bursts out in laughter because it's so stupid and kind of makes sense in a way. But it's an amazing game. So that's Pictomania. Anything on
Yeah,
that?
I think if you like illustrations,
I don't.
yeah, but if you do, if you have a family and you've played it, it's a great family game. But I think this really like gives you the fun and the easy. Yeah, you get the concept quite easily, but this is like a step up from illustrations, a bit more even, and it's so fun. And I think you're gonna love it.
You will. This is like, I never thought I would find a drawing game I would like because I'm horrible at drawing. But this is just a perfect drawing game. This is just superb. Yes. That's your number 5?
Yeah.
That's Pictomania 2nd Edition. My number 5 is something I also like to do, like a place I like to be, which is Inside. This is Insider. From Oink Games.
That's cool.
That was kind of thin, but it's somewhere I like to be. Inside. Yeah, it was getting there. It's improvised. So yeah, Insider is this small little box game from Oink Games. Yeah, I like it a lot because this is a game you can play. You can just. This is one of the few games. I am a rules lawyer. Like, I hate house ruling. I hate all of that. This is one of the few games I play, and I don't care about who the points. I don't care about who's winning. We're just playing it, and it's fun. It's 20 questions with a traitor. That's as simple as it is. And almost everybody, like in Norway, know what 20 questions is. Like, you're going to say it's 20 questions, but it's a traitor. And people will be like, okay, what is this? And then you can teach it in like 5 minutes. And just when I teach it, I am the leader of the game a couple of first times you play, so people can get into it. And it's just super duper fun.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, as you said, we in Norway, almost everyone has a like connection to the concept 20 questions. And when you bring a new element, it's not that overwhelming. So you could introduce it to almost everyone, I think. And also the twist it takes and makes it into like actually a game that everyone can participate in. That's really cool. So
Absolutely.
I like it a lot too.
So that's my number 5.
Yes.
Insider. Let's go to your number 4.
My number 4 is Bang the Dice Game.
Bang bang dice game.
You going to do the sound effect?
Bang 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 bang.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe like a jingle, like it's bang 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 the dice game.
Yeah, that
Like
would
that?
work too.
Yeah, good,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to make your own too because I'm not doing that. But
Oh.
Bang the Dice Game is one of the party games that we have owned the longest, maybe.
Yes.
And it's,
Together with Good Cop Bad Cop.
yeah,
These were kind of like the bundle of 2 games that
Yes.
we always brought with us.
and this is a hidden role game. And some of the people are the sheriff and his what do you call
Deputy.
it? Deputy, and the others are bandits.
Outlaws.
Authors.
And then you
They're
have
so
the
hidden,
then
these
you have the
roles.
renegade as well.
Yes, so there are kind of three teams here, and you want your team to win, but you don't know if there's anybody on your team or who they are, and so you're trying to shoot people down, but preferably not your own team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really cool, and also shooting down someone in the beginning because you have no idea who's who, and then you just that was my own teammate. Oh, that sucks.
But you can heal them with beer.
Yeah.
So it's again that teaches young people that beer will make you healthy.
Cool.
So it's a great teaching game. It's a great educational game, which I think all schools in the world should have, to learn that beer is just what makes you fit.
Yeah. So you're rolling dice to either heal people or shoot people or
And also there's the Indians is coming in
yes,
shooting at you. I know we can't say that anymore, but it's in the game. So
the Native Americans.
is it that in the game as
Yeah.
well? It is. I'm sorry. I know we're gonna get like 6,000 comments for that.
Yes, I'm sorry. We're stupid Norwegians.
We're Norwegians.
Yes.
We just stopped saying it.
Yes,
I thought it said it in the game. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but I think this is one of my favorite games because of the. Not only do you get a hidden role, but you get a special ability. So almost every time you have a new ability that makes your way of playing a little different, and also with the expansion that gives you like what do you call it, a brave dice or a cowardly dice.
Yeah, I don't
Die?
remember too much about the expansion other than it was good and
Yeah.
made the base game better.
I think the expansion is really good for this too. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So
And
that's
really, really easy to get into, really easy to teach, and people get the concept like cowboys in the western. Yeah.
Okay, so that is your number 5?
Yeah.
Bang the dice game.
Is that your number 5?
No, my number 5 is, no, I'm starting to have a problem. This is a game about what I am. This is a game about what I am. It's called I'm Just One Person.
Now I'm thinking.
No, I'm just one person.
Yeah, because now I'm thinking Cards Against Humanity.
No,
because
it's
you're human,
it's
but I hope it's not that.
It's just one.
Just one, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's what I am, just one.
Yeah.
So this is a cooperative word game. It's strange because it's a cooperative game. So you're playing it and you're like, but who's winning? Maybe we are. I don't know. It's kind of strange, like a party game with a cooperative theme. But I love the thinking about this game. It's just super duper fun. What you're doing is that one person is sitting blindfolded or just closing his eyes or just not watching, and he's putting a card in front of him and he's saying a number from 1 to 5 or 6, and then the other players looking at that card, they see a word, and then they have to draw one word on their little pad, or not pad, it's this really nice dry erase boards, and you draw one word, and then everybody, the guy's looking, is turning his eyes off. He's turning his eyes off. That doesn't
Tell
work.
me how that's working.
He's closing them, which is turning his eyes off. And then they turn it around. And if anybody has written like the same or very similar word, those get flipped over, taken away. I don't remember the word I was trying to say. Disqualified, taken. I don't remember the English word. Sorry. But you understand. This is just for me. And then the other player turns on his eyes again. And he looks at the words. And then he has just one chance to guess what the word is. And then if he gets correct, he will be glorious and everybody will say yay and you win that card. If he guesses wrong, you will lose that card and another card from the deck. And if he passes, you just lose that card. And then you had 13 cards and you're trying to get the most points during those rounds. That's pretty much the game. It's super much fun. Just really great trying to outguess the other players. Like, what will he think? What will he say? What will she say? And just trying to be obvious, but not too obvious because somebody else is obvious. Or maybe I'm going to be super obvious because nobody else is daring to do that obvious thing. And that's it.
Yes, I like this game a lot as well. I've only played this once with 3 people.
Yes.
And I think it will be more fun with more
so
players.
much better
so I
with more
think
players.
this will climb up to my list when I play it more. But what I really love about this like guessing game is that it's both fun for the one guessing and also fun for the people actually giving like suggestions because of what you're saying, that you have to be really clever which one word you're going to present
Mm-hmm.
to the players guessing. So really like this too.
Absolutely. So that's my number 4.
Yeah.
Just one. So now we're in the top 3 party games.
Yeah.
If you need party games, these are the games to get, and all the other ones as well, because they're fabulous. So what is your number 3?
My number 3 is a game we already talked about.
I guess I talked about it then, because it would be strange if you had it 2 times on your list.
I've already talked about it.
Yeah. That was a joke.
Yes.
Like, haha, it was so much fun.
Yeah, no, it's Bang the Dice Game once more. No.
And number 2 is Bang the Dice Game, and number 1 is Bang Dice Game.
Yes, should we move on? No, my number 3 is Good Cop, Bad Cop. I like this a lot because it's so simple and it's so fun, and we've got so many great memories with people getting like really hyped about this game.
So this is usually how our top 10 lists go. That the beginning is taking a long time, and then the last 3 is just going like blah, 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 because we usually have the same taste in a lot of games.
But I'm really curious about your top 3 because
Okay.
I don't think we have one single. We might have one crossover.
We have already have, but you mean
inside
like
of the top 3.
Okay. My number 3 is a game we already talked about. It is a game about something I don't like to do. Getting shot. Oh, I already did that. It's a game about being somewhere where I haven't been in the Old West, because I didn't live back then. It's Bang the Dice Game.
Yeah, cool.
If you hadn't already guessed, which side did you have? I guess you had. You have. I have no idea where I am.
But we already talked about this.
I
so,
know.
Yeah.
I just was talking words.
Yes.
So yeah,
Right here.
that's my number 3. That is Bang the Dice Game, and now we're up to top 2.
Cool.
Number 2.
Cool. My top 2 is a game.
No, your number 2.
My number 2.
Don't do
is-
them both.
My number 2 is Mysterium.
Mysterium.
I really like this a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's Dixit just like a step up. It's your mediums. Is it called that in
Yes,
English?
yeah.
You're visiting
Spirit medium.
spirit mediums, and you're visiting old mansion, and it's the one day of the like
In
full
100
moon
years or something.
Yeah.
When
that
the
you
full
can-
moon is
you
coming to the earth.
Yes, that you can talk to a ghost of the person who has died there, and you have to find out who the murderer is, or
Yes.
who the ghost is. I have forgotten.
No, the murder, the spade place, and the weapon.
Yes.
So it's Cluedo.
Yeah.
Or Clue.
And you have to guess by like the ghost
Mm-hmm.
is a different player, and his job or her job is to hand out like really abstract with like drawings.
Like Dixit.
Like in Dixit, and that has hopefully somewhat association to either the person or the place or the murder weapon, and the players that is mediums has to guess which ones they are supposed to guess. Yeah.
It's a super duper fun game. It's one of those games that it's both frustrating to be the players guessing and the ghost.
Yes.
But the ghost is like trying, and the interesting part of being the ghost, which is what I like the most, is that you're given the clues and then you listen carefully to what everybody's saying,
Yep.
and you just take that in, because you can't say a word, you can't utter a sound, and then you may be super angry that why didn't they, and you give cards like, everything is red, and you're like, I didn't think about that. It doesn't have anything to do with the color red at all. And you get super frustrated, but it's a super fun game. I don't. It's not on my list.
No.
I don't remember why. I might have thought it's not a party game, but I don't know why I might have thought that, because it is obviously a party game.
It's a really fun party game as
It
well.
is. But so it would obviously have been in my top 15, but it's a super fun game.
And also it's a co-op game, kind of. But we house rule this game actually, or
No, we
use the old
played the
rules.
older rules.
Yes,
Yeah.
because in the new rules you have some
Kind
tokens
of, yeah,
or
stupid.
something that
I played it. That makes no sense.
I like the plain old versions the
Yes.
best. It's not that complicated, and you get more of a like team feeling
Mm-hmm.
that you want to help each other, and I like that a lot. It's super fun.
So that's your number 2,
Yeah.
Mysterium.
Yes.
And now we have my number 2, which is something we have talked about. It's a game set in a place where I have been. I was juggling there in the square. This doesn't make any sense to you. This is a game about somewhere that my friend didn't think existed because it's from a Disney movie. It's called Nottingham. So this is the Sheriff of Nottingham, which is number 2. That was a super uninteresting fun fact about that. But it's
There you go.
Sheriff of
It's out
Nottingham.
there. Yeah.
It's number 2. So that's it. We already spoke about it. Super fun game. Number 2, Sheriff of Nottingham.
Cool.
And now we are at top 1. This is our favorite party
I
game
don't-
of all time.
I really don't do weird things.
We should like have a hat and like. Okay,
Yes,
so no,
we should.
just I'm not gonna use any time adding it in. So these are the party hats.
Could you add it, please?
I will see what I can do, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we have hats. Probably not.
I highly doubt that we have a crossover. I don't think this one is on your list at all. I absolutely adored it. I think you know which game I'm talking
I don't.
about.
I have no idea.
I have not played this so much with you, but I've had it with me where am studying, and we've played it so much. It's a bluffing game. It's a hidden role game. And bluffing games are not things I normally like, but this is so much fun. It's One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Of course.
Yes,
I was like, I had no idea what this was.
That
I'm
was
like,
so fun.
did you play a bluffing hidden role game lots of times? What is this world?
I can't stand a regular werewolf
Because
or
you
ultimate
almost
werewolf.
die when you play
Yeah,
it.
I hate it. I can't. I don't get why people are so into it, because you don't get any like clues of what people are. But here you have you have things happening in the night that some roles can do, and you have to, based on the information
But it's basically the same roles that in Werewolf, but usually you're more players and.
But this is just, you get one roll, you're one night, and then you mix it up. I think that's so much
what you
fun.
like about it is that quick.
Yeah.
Because like Werewolf is fun when you do role playing. That's kind of what makes that game fun.
Yeah.
You have the same roles, you can go and look at people's stuff and things like that, but it's more of a role playing experience and most fun with people who do that.
Absolutely, and I don't.
No, you sit like this. And you're so scared that somebody's gonna point at you and ask you to say something, you're really gonna be like
No, but I think it's really fun, and it's so fun when you're when you're two werewolves that open your eyes in the night, and you're rest of the night thinking about like plotting a plan. And if I'm plotting the plan, I'm just hoping that you're saying the things that you're supposed to say for my plan to like add up, and not like get caught.
Yes.
Yeah, and also blaming other people. So we're killing off some innocent persons instead. Yeah, I like this game.
You do.
Yes.
I think it's an okay game. It's not one of my favorite ones. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't really have anything to add.
I have to add that this is extremely group dependent.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
I have played it with some groups that don't get it and don't. I played it with someone, and we tried to like get into the bluffing, and she was just, yeah, I'm the werewolf, and I was, why are you saying that? And she was just, but I have to like say what I am, right? I was just, nope.
Then you can just turn the card around and be the game. Super fun.
Yes. So you have to find a group that you're actually enjoying playing it with, and I've found that group, and then it's an amazing game.
And also there's different themes, so if you don't care for the werewolf
Yeah.
themes, so like an alien theme, a super villain theme, and a vampire theme.
Yes.
At least. So that is your number one.
Yeah.
My number one is a game that has something on the cover, which is something that doesn't exist. It is.
That could be like any game.
This started out really well. I don't know why I started doing it, but it started well. This is a game about doing something I'm not good at, but my father is really good at it because he's an artist. So this is Pictomania 2nd edition. Is my number one party game of all time.
Yeah.
This game is fun through the roof. This game, we talked about it already.
Yes.
I have not laughed so much playing another party game ever. This game is just superb. This game is so much fun, so easy to teach. I hope you get to play it soon with more players because this game is This is a perfect drawing game. This is a perfect game. It's a great mix of the actually trying to get points and the drawing part. So it's kind of like Tennistrations, only fun. Because Tennistrations is just like so slow, you're
Not
drawing,
fun.
and it's boring, and then the end is like a chuckle. But here it's so quick. Everything's action. It's an action-packed game. You're drawing quick, and you're turning it around, sitting with your cards, trying to, and then after you put down a card and you understand that, oh, I should have put that there. You cannot put that there, and you will just lose, and you will get points, and then you will probably win if you get the most points, because that's the point of the game. And it's so much fun. It's a cannon of fun. It's amazing, and that's my number one.
Cool.
Pictomania 2nd edition. And that's the end of our top 10 party games of all time. We really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it with all your friends that you think might enjoy getting some new party games into their life. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. And that's the end, right?
Yes.
So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
And I'm Senua.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.